Welcome to the ELIT Motivation Series. You as a student decide to learn English. You start a course, you go every day and study hard and do your homework. Problem is you don't have any native English friends. And in your class you may have, worst case scenario, only people who speak the same language as you. Therefore, if you are going to try to practice outside with your friends, though I still suggest that this is a very good thing to do, because there really is no other way of doing it, you may end up finding that your spoken English will be about the average of the five of you who sit around talking English together. This may be one of the reasons why learning English is so much harder when you don't have any English speakers around you. Then there is the other situation where the person goes to, say, Manchester in the UK and takes up an English course there. And while they work, they do the course, and at night they work maybe as a waiter in a restaurant. After 6 months of working there and mixing with all the British staff in the restaurant, they could come back to their country with a very strong Manchester accent, which for some, even native speakers from other countries like myself, actually find it very difficult to understand. The accent is so strong, even though they're speaking perfect English, the accent is so strong, sometimes the pronunciation is difficult to understand. The difficult thing for an ESL learner, though, is when they are surrounded by this accent. As far as they know, this is the British accent. It is, but let's say it's not exactly the Queen's English. So my recommendation is that a student needs to try all of the above, but also to surround themselves during the day outside the class with a variety of English accents. For example, listening to an English song, watching an English movie, listening to the BBC News, not to mention trying to join a club that will have a large number of native English speakers. If you are in a country where you cannot find any English speakers, you definitely will probably have the internet, which means you will be able to get all these things. So try to include these other types of things like songs, movies, and news in your daily life, and you'll get a lot more out of it. So don't forget, when you sit around and talk to other people, your English will probably be about the average of those five English speakers.